By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
Good evening, race fans, and thank you for tuning in once again to TrueSimProductions. We got a banger of a night planned out here. It's the Bad Company Racing Late Model Stock Series season opener here at Concord. A little half-mile tri-oval shaped oval. I'm going to really say it's more of a triangle than anything because these corners are wild, but we'll get onto that in a moment. Let's check in with our co-host tonight. He's been up here once before. He's here again. Mr. Kyle, the Wild Man Wellman. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got a copy.
Well, Kyle, you had an eventful night. You were actually on the track. Carol was with me last night. You started on the pole in the tour mods, and then you and O'Danick racing hard and climbed the wall. So talk to me about your night last night a little bit because that was a hell of a race y'all had going on up there.
The night started real good. Led a few laps, had some good battles with Alex Harris and Kyle O'Danick, and I just got a little pushy out of turn 4 one lap, and right rear clipped the wall, and it sent me up in the air, and went for a wild ride.
It was crazy. So we were kind of busting at him, right? And like we always do off air, tried to bring it up here and just kind of poke at him a little bit. Cal, Concord, we've raced here recently in the super late models. We're here tonight, late model stocks, cars that are a little bit less power, have a little bit more grip. What's your outlook and how you think tonight's going to go for these drivers out here? Got a big field.
Tonight, I think it's going to be a wild one. It's going to be fun, exciting, hot. This is actually one track that I have never raced on iRacing. The last time I raced here was at I think NASCAR 2005 it was.
Really?
For the PlayStation 2. I think that was the last time I was ever on this track.
Okay, so you was not here for the super late model race we did here, huh? I take it.
Nope, I was in the grandstands watching Brian Zimmerman put on one good show there, and he came out with the win that night.
I'm going to jump on board with the 36 car here. I'm not sure how many laps he has on his tires, but just to give y'all kind of a little bit of a glimpse, we'll call it, on what these drivers are facing. Such a small, tight quarters track. The corners, like turn 1, kind of simple, fairly straightforward. But this kink right here, we're gonna call it all night. It's a kink, basically. It's a corner. They count it as turn 2. But man, oh man, it can really upset the car because of the transition from the way the banking is here at Concord. Watch Creech right here as he comes into turn 2. You see how the banking, it kind of just dips down. It's almost like a draining ditch almost. It's like water can just flow down there. So that's always something very unique with this track. And then turn 3 is basically just like a flat Indianapolis type turn in my mind, just a shorter radius.
Yeah, the crazy thing about this track is it is a triangle, and it looks like it almost races like Lanier, where you never turn the wheel straight except for on the front stretch, and you're just constantly turning. As you can see, coming out of turn 1, he gets a shallow entry into turn 2. I think we'll see a lot of battles right there through the night with guys trying to maybe use up a little more track to that high side.
I 100% agree. Let's pull up the keys to victory. We have about 30 seconds left before qualifying gets going. Kyle, hit them with the keys to victory here tonight at Concord.
Oh, key number 1, probably the most important, is the tires here wear really fast. You're going to have to really manage your tires, especially if this thing goes green for a while, and you're not going to have enough time to come in and pit and get more tires. And number 2, protect the inside line. Inside line is going to be fast here. It's going to be almost impossible to make passes on the outside unless you get a little bit of help.
I don't.
Key number 3.
Man, I don't know if there's any help out here to get, honestly. It's going to be scary on the outside, but keep going.
Key number 3 is track position is king. And you're not just fighting for track position on track. You're going to be fighting for it in pit road, too, if we get some takers on the cautions. So that'll be something to watch for tonight. Key number 4, Brian Zimmerman, the defending race winner here, says inside line. Run the inside line.
He repeated himself like 5 times with that, too.
Yep, so I think we should listen to him, and everyone else should too. Hope they can run the inside line. Fuel run tonight is 105 laps, and the race length is 125. So if we get some cautions, there's going to be a lot of guys saving. But if it goes green, we're going to have some green flag pit stops.
Right on, brother. We're just scooted on into qualifying. Watching Sam Lawson here on his first lap. Got a little loose on his out lap. I'm also hearing them bang the chip really hard as they're going through the kink. So that tells me there's a lot of throttle happening. They're almost staying wide open through the kink. You'll hear the chip bang here a little bit. As first lap around, Sam Lawson goes P1 provisional pole with a 16.11. Rob Hattenback just knocked him off the purse. Samuel Baumgartner here coming out of turn number 2, going to 3 for his final lap of qualifying, as they're just coming and going right now.
Oh yeah, Sam there in the TSP car. Man, that's a beautiful car. I love the color of that number on there. He sits P2 right now as Zach Murphy goes to the top of the board with a 15.96.
Dalton Creech coming around for his second lap here. Went P3 with the first lap. We're going to see if he can get a little bit quicker the second lap around. He does. He bumps up 1 spot, was 100th faster with the second lap. So their speed on that second lap. Let's see if we can catch Vermillion out here, the 34. See if he can get a little bit quicker coming to the line for a second lap. He ties it. He tied his lap, basically.
He tied it? Oh, man.
16:20.
Hey, consistency is key.
Adam Thompson turning a few extra laps here at qualifying. It's his 4th lap around. He's going to pull it down. Brandon Mettler, 2nd lap. Everybody came out and here we go. We got Alex C. Harris just now starting his qualifying effort here.
Justin Coleman went to 2nd on his first lap, it looks like. Man, he's in there wheeling that thing. You can see that rear end sliding out on entry. Man, loose is fast. That's all I can say. See
what that first lap's going to get him here. It's going to put him up to P8. Oh, gets the wall right then, so that's automatically not going to count that second lap. Daniel Sweat is sliding it through the kink. Holy cow.
Yeah, I'm surprised that no one's really using the apron on their run. That apron will help you get turned a little bit better, but they're all kind of staying above it.
It is interesting to see all the different line variants we're seeing out here at a track like this, honestly. Chris Smith got the shiny 80 out for the season opener. He is going to go P6. So right now, Zach Murphy's holding down provisional pole. Justin Coleman, Dalton Creech, Samuel Baumgartner, and Jason, Mr. Maple Leaf Muscle Day himself, holding down P5. And it looks like that should, nope, I lied. Brian Zimmerman on his outlap coming to lap number 1 here. This is the guy to watch right here. This is the guy to beat tonight. He won last time we were here. He's always the one you got to keep your eyes on, the 28.
I tell you what, he's getting a good cloud right now. I wonder if it's going to help him. That track got a lot darker when he came out on track.
It did indeed. What Kyle's referencing there, the track temperature, the air temperature. If this track's hot, it's slick, not nearly as fast. When it cools down, and we're talking if it cools down even 1 degree, shoot, you never know. Some tracks, that may be a tenth, maybe more.
Oh, there he goes using that apron. Almost tagged the wall.
He almost did. He used all that track he could, getting loose right there. Going to lose a little bit of time scrubbing speed off. Let's see. Brian Zimmerman goes only P12. He looked to be like he was digging.
That only means one thing for him. He's going to be able to save, just like he's really good at. Brad Carpenter goes up to 3rd on his first lap.
And not even taking a second lap. That he was on his second lap right there. He thought it was good enough, which it probably is. I don't see. Oh, we got Grout coming out for his first lap. Coming to lap number.
I think this is Grout's first race with Crooked Line. He might have hit the wall right there.
I'm giving him a trial tonight, basically. Glad to have Mr. Grout. Going to see what he's like out here. Hopefully he comes in and fits in with the group. Scotty Stevens just goes up to 19th. We have a bunch of cars out here, brother. Grout jumped up to P11. Going to see if Scotty can get faster here as he goes into the start-finish line. Second lap, he is going to hit the wall. Lap will not be counted.
Tell you, I think they all seen that cloud come out. Track got cooler, but it looks like they tried to push the limit a little bit, and they all kind of went over that edge some and got really loose.
All right. Alrighty, folks, let's jump on in and get that grid rocking and rolling. You can see where your favorite Crooked Line Racing driver is starting at tonight. As you see right there, it was provisional pole. It is no mo because he got the pole position. Mr. Zach Murphy with the 15.962 and the 29. He'll be starting in the front row. Inside, Justin Coleman starting to his outside P2. Brad Carpenter starting 3rd. Dalton Creech is 4th. And Mr. Samuel Baumgartner representing TSP Motorsports rounding out our top 5.
And then we got 5 Kings Motorsports' very own Jason Day starting 6th. Christopher Smith 7th. Larry Bell starting his outside in 8th. Brandon Elvis is 9th. And round out the top 10 is Rob Hottenbach.
Hottenbach sitting 10th with Jake Grout starting to the inside. In 11th, Alex E. Harris is starting 12th. As we scroll on down just a little bit, if it will. Thank you. 13th is Daniel Sweat. 14th, Brian Zimmerman. And in the 15th spot is the 12 car of Tyler Luster.
Then in 16th, we got Samuel Lawson. To the inside lane in the next row is Todd Lamphere. And then we got Josh Vermillion, Brandon Metler in 19th, and Scotty Stevens round out top 20.
And then 21st, the kid. He was fast last night. The new young gun of Crooked Line Racing, Mr. Brody Mears, up there in Canada, starting 21st. Derek Stanley's 22nd. Adam Thompson, representing 3 Wide Esports, super fast in the NASCAR style racing. He's coming over, venturing into the short track world of iRacing. Going to try to see if he can improve on his starting position of 23rd. Jason Bauer in the number 9 car. He'll be starting 24th. Let's see. Keep on going down. 25th, Alex Smith. 26th, Stephen T. Johnson. Tyler Clemens, 27th. Chris Clark in 28th. And speaking about Chris Clark, that is Lucky Dog's boss in real life, so it reminds me. We spoke about it on broadcast last night, but let's talk about it again because it's worthy of it. Lucky Dog, Mr. Jeffrey Miller, got to ring the bell. He is cancer-free. He whooped cancers but behind. So, Lucky Dog, I know you're watching this. Hell yeah, brother. We were rooting for you the whole time. The whole time, buddy.
Heck yeah. And also like to give a shout out to Tom Freitas. He's been spending a couple days in the hospital with some health conditions. Just letting you know we're thinking of you and hope you're watching.
But we still want to call you Toilet Bowl Tom. So don't let it go to your head. But yeah, we're thinking about you, brother. Got a front row. Coleman, Zach Murphy, Dalton Creech. So you got some bad company racing drivers up there in the mix within the top 3. And we coined it last season, bad company is good company. We're super stoked to have BCR come on and be a presenting title sponsor of this series. Shout them out every chance we get. Bad Company Racing, bad company's good company. Season number 3 is getting ready to be underway. Going to wait for that pace car to make that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Remember, first start of the race is on green. It's in the hands of Barney Fife. Zach Murphy is in the preferred lane. Going to see what shakes and bakes right here.
Yeah, as they're exiting turn 3, going into the restart zone, waiting on the flagman, and they're going green.
As looks like Zach got a great launch. Going to see if Coleman can get clear. He is clear. As looks like the battle is on here for third. Dalton Creech, Brad Carpenter, side by side. Folks also want to hit real quick. No fast repair. They wreck it, they bend it, they fix it. There's no fast repair, no quick repair. That's going to really affect how these drivers can attack and race this race tonight. There's no mulligan. If you play golf, you can't just wreck your car and get another one. You got to get it fixed. So, got to take care of it here early. And we haven't talked about it except for the keys to victory. Tires. This place is a cheese grater. It chews up the right front. So, got to be careful. One of these guys, some of these drivers out towards the middle of the pack here, they could kind of be just chilling as we're seeing contact from the 07 and the 0 machine of Hottenbach here. A lot of these guys in the middle of the pack, whoa, Hottenbach drives in there. They could be chilling, kind of trying to conserve their equipment right now.
Yeah, don't mind me. We got a lot of new paint schemes out there this year, so I'm trying to get used to cars and names again.
Right.
As we look at the 26, is that Lamphere, I believe?
That is Todd Lamphere.
Yep, throwing it in there. I look at him to come up through the field there. He's from Barry, Vermont, and I'm pretty sure he's been racing at Thunder Road there, which is an oval track, circular track, but has a lot of banking like this track here does.
As we went back up front, it blinked at me. I thought maybe Zach Murphy had trouble, but he has not. He has a gap, though. He has taken second place and created almost a full second gap since the start of this race, 6 laps in. Murphy's really bad fast. He just has bad luck. He gets involved in other people's shenanigans all the time, but I look for the 29 car. He wants that Crooked Line Racing Championship. It's eluded him for like 7 seasons now throughout different series. He's hungry for it. How do I know? He's told me. He wants that championship. I look for season 3 at Bad Company Racing Late Model Stock Series for Mr. Zach Murphy and the 29 to be a contender all season long.
Yep. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. But with this gap he's created, I'd look for him to kind of back it down a little bit and start saving his tires. As we look at Brian Zimmerman here racing with Sam Lawson. Brian's probably just sitting there saving as Lawson gets up on his bumper. Oh yeah, he's taking a real easy entry. He's just out for a Sunday cruise with Miss Daisy right now.
We're listening to him right now on board. I don't think he's hit full throttle yet. Quarter throttle. He gunned it right there a little bit. Lifting really early as he goes into turn 1. So most definitely 28 machine saving. That tells me a lot of these cars around him are probably saving as well. They know the drill, right? 105 laps on fuel, 125 lap race. Well, folks, you do the math. It can almost be obtainable. It's going to be tough. You got to work for it, but you can get it.
Yeah, I think you can save a few laps under green, but I think if you're going to try to save and make it to the end without pitting, you're going to need some help with some cautions.
Absolutely.
But we've gone 12 laps caution free as we've got Zach Murphy here about to put the 56 lap down. He goes high, lets him by. No point in racing for the lap back right now.
Shout out to Tyler Clemens, though, for doing it because, I mean, newsflash, he don't have to do that. He don't have to move for the leader. He just has to be predictable. But he's giving all these cars right here the preferred lane, letting them by. And so shout out to Mr. Tyler Clemens with the Creative Vets late model stock. Good job for that. But that's something we haven't touched on yet. Lap traffic. This is a half-mile track. It sounds big and whenever you mention it like that. But the pace here between the faster guys and maybe the mid-pack to the slower guys, there's a huge gap difference there. So you can catch lap traffic. Heck, we're seeing it now, 15 laps. You're on the tail end of the field.
Yeah, if I'm Justin Coleman and Dalton Creech right now, I'm loving this. Oh, Zach Murphy has to check up a little bit, but second and third right now are loving the lap traffic because they're able to close that gap back down and kind of put a little bit more pressure on Zach Murphy.
Absolutely, that gap, it all but evaporated. It went from a second, well, guess what? Now, honey, I'm home. The 14 machine of Justin Coleman's right there to the back bumper, the 29. Looks like he's actually able to attack turn 3 better. I know you saw the closing distance right then. So the 14 car might be pushing a little bit harder than Zach Murphy. Murphy may be trying to pace the field here, try to save somewhat a little bit of equipment. But look at the 14 car. He's got a mission. He's ready to go.
Yeah, I think Justin, he's a smart driver. He's talented. I think he's just trying to put the pressure on Zach to make him wear his stuff out a little bit faster so he can bounce on him. Oh, he scrapes the wall out of 2.
Broadcaster's curse. It is so real that it's sad. But luckily for him, I mean, as long as you don't damage suspension components and that such, you'll be okay here with some aero damage. And he looks to be fine. 20 laps into this thing, green flag. Maybe the old-fashioned pair taking it away. Maybe it is the way to go because there's been some pretty tame racing thus far.
Yeah, it's definitely going to set up for some wild pit strategy if that's the case, because there's going to be guys saving fuel. They might be able to go a little bit longer, but then the guys that have to pit shorter might take right sides and gain some track position on them.
As let's go back to the field, see somebody we haven't seen in a while, Mr. Jason Day, Mr. Maple Leaf Muscle in the race EPI TSP machine. That Camaro looks sweet, man. I told him when he sent me the paint scheme originally, I was like, dude, that orange it's wild, it's unique, but it's perfect. Like, it's just something about it makes it perfect. But he has a mirror full of Samuel Baumgartner in 91 right there behind him, as they're trying to track down 4th through 1st, but right there with them here, throw a blanket over the top 5 practically.
Yeah, some hard racing here with Sam. Crazy thing about this track is it's hard to pass. So I think the only way you're really going to get around anybody is to either use the bumper or make them think you're going to use the bumper.
Basically, force a mistake out of them. You need a mistake. If you don't hit them, they have to make a pretty crucial mistake to make a clean pass here. Very, very tough.
Yep, got to hit that intimidator button. Move them out of the way a little bit.
Yeah, these cars, they're planted. Everybody is they fire off about the same speed here, but you're starting to see the gaps develop, and now it's hard to tell up here in the booth. Are these guys that are falling back a little bit? Are they saving fuel? But we mentioned it a while ago, lap traffic. You can only save so much. You're naturally going to be slower saving fuel. So that means leaders are going to catch you even quicker. So you got to be careful. Somebody like Brandon Mettler, he's sitting 17th right now. We know he's a contender week in and week out as well. Sitting 17th, I'm going to guess he's saving fuel, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. What I would do is just save as much fuel as you can and pit when the leader pits, because you're going to spend less time filling up than they will if they're not saving. But if you save and pit a lap or two after, they're going to gain that position back on you. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here.
As we're taking a look at Larry Bell, as he's making a move over lap traffic right there. Larry Bell, shout out to Old Belsky. Not only finished the race last night, but he finished P2 and walked out with the points lead because of bonus points. So shout out to my boy Belsky. Love to see it. And Samuel Lawson right there tracking him, hounding him right there on the back bumper of the 43, as it's the battle of the purplish pink machines.
You know, I think Sam Lawson saw that race last night and said, oh, Larry Bell came in second. You know what? I'm going to ditch the blue and I'm going to put purple on my car and see what we can do.
I painted that car for him for what it's worth.
See, there you go.
He sent me a red and orange car that was, I told him, I was like, dude, that's just gross. And he's like, you don't like it? I was like, no, dude, I'm sorry, it's gross. And luckily we got him to change it. But it's still the same out front, but we do have a battle for P2 now. Dalton Creech, Justin Coleman side by side. You see what happens the second they get side by side, Kyle? Look at the real estate that real estate of free space Zach Murphy has over them now. Over a second gap once again.
Yeah, with these cars, it's crazy how much time you can gain on a group of cars that's side by side. They're just so close in times that any little variation it's astounding what a difference it makes.
Riding on the back bumper of our race leader Zach Murphy here. Looking back to Dalton Creech, but you know, I'm noticing something though. As soon as they get single file, they start tracking our race leader back down. So that makes me wonder again, is our race leader playing cat and mouse, or do they have more pace right now? And with these fixed races, you're going to notice there's going to be comers and goers in these races. Now, every now and then, somebody that qualifies on the pole, they might put the entire race together and keep it, right, and win it. But with these fixed races, you got to be careful because everybody's on the same setup. Nobody has anything different. So if you're pushing a little bit harder than, say, the guy right behind you, well, naturally, they're going to be faster than you at the end of this race.
Yeah, what I love about fixed setups is that it literally comes down to driver talent. Who's the best driver and who's the best at saving tires. That's what makes it a lot of fun. Whereas an open setup, everyone can tweak their setups, and it becomes a race of the car and not the driver.
Whoa, race leader coming up to double foul lap traffic. That's always scary. And oh yeah, throw up Concord on the mix too. It makes it even more scary.
And notice though, like I said earlier, when you get the car side by side, the gaps close.
17. Stephen T. Johnson.
Chrome machine had to come down pit road. I wonder what that was for. Maybe just getting the fuel now, hoping for a caution.
He was on pit road for 3 minutes. That tells me they just had a little baby, so that may have been daddy duty right there is what I'm thinking. Maybe. Yeah, it was a 3-minute stop, but it looked like he did have a little bit of damage on the right side of that car, huh?
Yeah, maybe he scraped the wall, had to come down and get some of it fixed. I don't know. It looks pretty clean.
Yeah, it looks clean like that. I'm not sure. I'm thinking it was daddy duty.
Yep. Hey, can't blame him. Been there, done that.
Yeah, got to do it. Look at the
Ooh,
gaggle of cars
up here.
Holy cow, we look away for 1 second and race leaders in a hornet's nest now. Already 40 laps completed in this event.
I know. This is a really good green flag run. Interesting racing all through the field, and we're getting even races with lap down cars through the field. That's pretty awesome. Looking at Brandon Elvis here going into turn 3. He's got a new paint scheme this year. I'm liking the look of those chrome gold colors on the car.
I like that car. I like that car a lot. I love the design on it because it's very, very simple. When Coleman had it as yellow and blue, it always reminded me of Dale Earnhardt's Wrangler car. But with a design like this, with different colors, like that car looks unique, but very simple, but very, very aggressive. I mean, I love that paint scheme.
Yeah, it's simple with mostly white and just a little blue stripe. And you know what? Let's throw some chrome on it.
Right.
Make it pop a little bit.
Make her pop.
Tell you what, is that a Toyota Supra he's driving? Almost looks like a funny car. No, Corvette.
That's a Corvette.
I tell you what, looking at that front end, it looks like a funny car, just for how long the snout is on that thing.
It does.
Oh man, that's another thing I love about these late model stock cars. Is you can just throw any emblems you want on there. We got Corvettes, we got Toyota Camrys, Camaros, Mustangs, Ford Fusions.
The Go Chain Cowboy can put a Rolls Royce out here if he wanted to.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
might
Coleman
next
Designs.
week. Now you say that.
Right. Coleman Designs can hook you up with anything you want.
Well, I can't quite tell, but Dalton Creech there looks like a Pontiac GTO from this view.
It more than likely probably is. Let's see. What is it? That's a Pontiac.
Yep, it's a Pontiac. It's either a Grand Prix or a GTO.
Trans Am.
Trans Am. Mix of two. Mix of both of them.
Wow. Let's see who else. He does Daniel Sweat as well. I think Sweat's boring though, just with the Camaro he is. Come on, Sweat. Evil Knievel.
Hey, those crate 350s out there, the way to go.
There's your
See,
Supra.
there's a Toyota Supra. Yeah, that looks like a funny car too.
Well, Mr. Rob Hottenbach back here. What is that?
Toyota Camry.
That's a Camry. That is.
Yep.
Todd Lentfield. That's a Caddy.
Cadillac.
CTS.
Yeah, I would assume so. CTS.
Yeah.
Man, those taillights look funky on there. I'm not used to that. I'm used to the long, wide headlights on the back of a stock car.
I think that's all the BCR guys. I may be missing somebody, I'm sure. But that's pretty wild. Shout out to the Go Chain Cowboy. Oh, Coleman Designs throwing together always fantastic paint schemes. What was Elvis Corvette? Yep.
I'll tell you what, Zach Murphy's struggling with some lap cars now. Finally got around him, but he kind of had to throw it in there on him as Dalton Creech follows. Dalton Creech is starting to use that apron like I was talking about in qualifying.
You're saying, actually, I noticed when we were going through the field looking at manufacturers right there in Weldon, a lot of drivers are really, really, really using that apron now. And you're also seeing it with the way the track is wearing in with the rubber. You're seeing little strips of rubber start to begin to get laid down there. It's risky. It's risky, ain't it? I mean, it's absolutely risky.
Yeah, I think there's red in the yellow line and 1 and 3, but in that kink in the back, they've got to use that apron to get to turn a little bit better and keep their speed up.
Dalton Creso has looked really strong all night, but I mean, Zach Murphy just cannot be denied. But folks, remember, there's a pit stop that has to happen at some point in tonight's race. Tires, if you want them, you can take them, but you got to take fuel. You got to take fuel. Green flag, I was hearing reports of everywhere between 100 to 107 laps. So, I mean, even saving, I don't think you could save 20. Caution's out on the speedway.
Caution. I tell you what, I've been listening to Scanner. It's been quiet all night,
Oh,
too.
Vermillion with a expired motor. And, folks, he's told me I pronounce his name wrong, but I say it as a joke now, by the way. But Vermillion goes around here. Whoa. Let's go back so I can get a decent camera angle of it. If this track, I only have like 7 cameras to pick from here, so doing the best we can with the cameras. Oh, got a little bit of help. Was that help from Elvis?
Yeah, that was Elvis. I don't know if he thought Vermillion was going to go up the track a little bit more since he's a lap or 2 down, or if he just... I think these two have had problems in the past and last season.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think that would carry over now. I think that was just a simple
I think it was
miscommunication.
Right. Just a little bit of a mistake on somebody's part, right? We're going to hear somebody's going to get the EOL there, right? But look at this, a very busy pit road. But there is a few staying. Oh, wait. No, it's SDK not updating. Race leader stayed out. Zach Murphy stayed. Dalton Creed stayed. Justin Coleman. Brandon Mettler just gained 14 spots. 14 spots for staying out here. Let's see if we can bring Brandon Mettler up here and we'll talk to him about the fuel.
All right.
Okay, I got him. Mr. Brandon Mettler, you're in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Man, I think you just gained, SDK was telling me, anywhere between 13 to 14 spots here with the car to staying out. Talk me through what's going through your head. Only 100 laps of fuel really left. Or in it.
I got a very, very poor run in qualifying. Didn't do the best I could. I just really needed to capitalize on that and hopefully get a quick caution here, in the next 20 laps or so we can still take advantage of that tire strategy a little bit and then top off a little bit of fuel. So we'll see how it goes. We'll take the hits as they come now that we're up here and have some track position. So we'll see what happens.
Definitely got the track position. That's always the most important thing. Well, did anybody claim that caution?
I don't think we had. I think Elvis claimed it. I'm not sure what happened in the incident or whatever, but Elvis did claim it, so I have to go back and look at it and that kind of thing. But
Copy that. Copy
I'm
that.
back here.
Well, have luck, brother. I mean, have luck. Have fun, brother, and good luck.
Have luck. Much appreciate.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mettler.
Yep.
Oh, bam, race deals on. What?
I was listening to the race comms there for a little bit. If there wasn't beef before, there is now. They were taking shots at each other after that, so that'll be interesting to watch in the coming weeks.
Whoa.
Unfortunately for Vermillion, we got rid of the fast repair this year, so he's going to have to sit there and hope they can get it fixed in time to come out and run some laps with that blown engine.
I think that car's toast. It's going to be a minimum of, 34, 35 minutes, I think, with a blown motor?
Yeah, it's usually around 32 to 35, and then whatever optional there is on the body.
I had to ask Wildman because I knew he was going to know. He's blowing a motor or two on here for sure.
Oh, I've blown a lot of motors,
Well, I have
especially recently.
All right, going back, green flag racing. Now this time, Zach Murphy. It's in the field's in his hands. He can fire off when he wants to at this moment. He waits
And
a little
there
bit.
goes
Gets a
green.
great launch. Look at the biggest benefactor of that great launch. So Justin Coleman, will he get to the inside of teammate here, Dalton Creech? He cannot. Creech, power move on the outside. As Samuel Baumgartner, mama, where'd he come from? He's trying to get back up here in the mix after going down pit road. Had a 12-second stop. That tells me possibly 2 tires in that stop. We still got 60 laps remaining here. Top 4, when we restarted, it's Brandon Mettler, Coleman, Creech, Murphy. They have not yet seen pit road.
Yeah, I mean, if it goes green, these tires are going to prevail, I think. But I think
I'm scared for the ones that didn't pit. Honestly, sorry to interrupt you, but I'm scared for them.
that they're going to be pushing fuel, and they're going to have worse tires off than the guys that just pit. So I think Baumgartner there is going to be sitting pretty if he can just save his stuff and wait for the leaders to kind of slow up in front of him like Justin Coleman is right now.
It takes about 4 to 5 laps after a restart for you to see the difference between fresh tires and old tires, right? And right here, you're starting to see it. Sam's able to roll the middle a lot quicker than the 14 is. He's actually having to wait to pick up the throttle here. Makes a move to the inside. He's showing him the nose. 14 gives plenty of room. So now we're going to see with the 52 car. He's going to try to follow the 14 through. Or the 91, excuse me. 52 car, he's there at 14. I think he knows he's a sitting duck at this point. I'm pretty sure, Wellman, it's hard to tell with these cars. Baumgartner, Day, they both had about right at a 12-second pit stop. You've ran these cars. That's probably fuel and 2 tires, correct?
Oh yeah, that's definitely fuel and right side tires. I think the 14's problem was he was just hard on entry into the turn, and he had to back up the corner so much that it allowed Sam to, as Dalton Creech chops the nose of Sam. I think Sam's going to struggle a little bit more getting around Dalton, apparently. But Sam's a little bit of a hothead like I am sometimes, so I think he's going to try to get back up there and see if he tries it again.
Sam's about like me. So in baseball, you get 3 strikes. In racing, you get 2 strikes with me. And Cal, how many times have you heard me say, all right, man, that's strike 1? Like in a race, I'll say that just to my teammates. If I'm talking to somebody, all right, that's strike 1. All right, that's strike 2. All right, you're dead. You're dead at this point. Like, and that may have been a strike for Creech. I missed it. I didn't get to see it. But right here, Sam to the inside of the 36. I know Sam wants a Cricket Line Racing victory really bad, too. He's been close so many times.
That's going to be strike 2 right there, I think. Yeah.
That didn't look that bad. I don't know. I have to wait and see here. Creech and Murphy, they're holding great pace to be out on older equipment here. Holding really good pace. Now, is this a product of Sam and them looking, or Sam and them, yeah, are they getting held up?
Contact
yeah. As, oh no, it puts Murphy up into
Murphy
the wall. No way. 0 to 0. And now look, folks, remember, Brian Zimmerman said it, inside lane, inside lane. Once Murphy got shuffled up to the outside lane, he is in no man's land now at this point. 15 and the 14 are both looking to pounce, and there goes the 31. Oh, they're stacking up on the entry. 14 car had to lift early. 15 almost got in the back of him, and you almost saw dominoes with the 31 getting into the back of the 15 there. As Dalton Creech, though, new race leader. That's one less person now for fresh tires to have to pass.
Yeah, I think Sam's going to sit here and try to force him into a mistake here. Sam's running a different line than everyone else is.
Listen,
he's right up on the wall.
If you're Sam or Jason Day here, you know that 36 car has a pit. I would be null and void with him. He's not even out there. Now, unless he's holding me up, but right now running second, I would feel like I'm going to be in first, because we know almost 99.9% sure 36 car has to go down pit road.
Yeah, I think if you're Jason Day right here, you just sit back and save, because Sam is driving pretty hard right now. He's throwing that nose in there as much as he can. If I'm Day, I'm just saving. You got that Daniel Sweat behind him. He's going to be saving.
To the inside lane, battle for the lead. Creech fought off as hard. He fought off as long as he could, but now will the freight train come with him? It looks like indeed it will. Daniel Sweat also going to try to get up there. Leaving the 36 out to dry here, the 07 machine. As now
Miller on old tires. He's running these guys down on old tires.
I think now your top 3 are getting ready to set sail. Just because they do have the tire advantage now. They have clean air. Oh, I say all that. Caution's out on the speedway. Rob.
Oh, hold the brake.
Oh, he was just trying to get turned around there, but gotta be careful. Gotta be careful, Robbie. See what happened here. Oh, a little 3 wide at Concord. Zach Murphy falling all the way back there. He must have had another problem.
It looks like he might have just tagged the wall a little bit, and Alex Harris took it. No, he's just slow, and they tried to go 3 wide there, and not quite enough room.
Wow, now I know we said earlier, damage don't hurt you. Okay, never mind. I take back everything I say. That car looks pristine. But I was gonna say that was kind of a hard lick, and it was kind of an awkward hit too. It was right down the left front as the party has began on pit road. Brad Carpenter, unfortunate, we just saw it. He backed up. He missed his pit box, but he's gonna lose valuable time. So let's see. Creech, Carpenter, all doing tires. Creech, 2 tire stop, gonna go out in front of him. Murphy, 2 tire stop. Carpenter, 2 tire stop.
Yep. Justin's the only one taking 4 tires, and I don't know. There's only about 10 to 15 laps on the tires of the guys in front of him. I don't think it's going to be enough.
Wait, did he cancel that? It looked as if he almost canceled that 4 tire stop. Did they finish the four tires right then? It was hard to tell.
It looked like it, yeah.
Did they? Okay. All right, race leader. Samuel Baumgartner, Maple Leaf Muscle, going to be firing off to his outside. Daniel Sweat, Brandon Mettler, and that bad man, Brian Zimmerman, going to be firing off in the 5th place spot. So the top 5, it's been shooken up. Sam Baumgartner's up 4 spots. Jason Day's up 4 spots. Daniel Sweat's up 10. Brandon Mettler's up 15. And Brian Zimmerman up 9 spots. Brandon Mettler is currently your biggest mover of the race, and your biggest faller of the race is Justin Coleman currently, who is on 4 tires. He's lost 13 positions since they hit the starting grid.
Yeah, I don't know. I think 2 tires would have been the way to go. He lost some positions with taking 4 tires, and I just don't think the 4 is going to be enough to really make up too much more ground on these guys that pitted about 10 laps ago.
I think back in the day, Wellman, when we were getting like 14, 15 cars, you were seeing a lot more 4-tire calls. But now that the field, you're starting 20, 22, 23 plus on a short track, that's when the 2-tire calls really start coming in. Because, yes, it's nice to have that extra grip. It's nice to be a tick faster with 4 tires. But, I mean, you see it. Track position. Justin Coleman went in with Dalton Creech. Creech is going to be firing off in 11th. Coleman's going to be firing off in 15th. And 4 spots don't sound like a lot until you get out here and put that helmet on. It's a lot at a track like this. But going green, call it for us, Wellman.
All right, we got Sam Baumgartner on the inside and Jason Day on the outside coming to the line to go green. Sam gets a really good jump there, but Jason manages to keep it there in 2nd place, so they're going to be able to line up single file and maybe pull away from the field.
Yeah, this top 2 get it sorted out. 3rd and 4th do as well. I'm seeing, I believe that's Brandon Elvis, high side rider, trying to make that high side work for him. Actually made a position up over Alex E. Harris here, but you got a train from 1st through 9th right now, product of the restarts. But I think Samuel Baumgartner, has a good, about a 4/10 of a second lead over 2nd place. Look at Brandon Mettler, though. Brandon Mettler, the only car on track that has not pit. Don't know what the kid's strategy is. It's off the wall, unless he's thinking cautions are going to breed cautions late in this race. But the tires, I mean, let's continue and watch. But I feel like the tires are going to hit that plateau, and eventually, when they do, it's going to fall off a cliff and then just stay there.
Yeah, I'm getting word that we had a few cars have to come down pit road to serve a drive-through penalty for passing under the yellow before the green flag came out.
Whoa. Scotty Stevens looks like one of them that was bit.
Tell you what, I'm impressed with Brandon running as good as he is right now with them old tires. He's fallen off a little bit, but he's still managing to stay in P3. So you got Josh Vermillion still on pit road getting that engine.
He said
he's still smoking.
All right, we got Scotty Stevens up in the booth. Scotty, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
We see you're on pit road for an unscheduled pit stop here. Walk us through what happened. We missed it.
I was just excessive speeding on pits, 40-second hold.
Whoa, we gotta stop calling the track. Whoa, okay.
Whoa.
So speeding on the track. You got a caution now, Scotty. Sorry, we gotta get rid of you for a minute. Good luck, brother.
All right.
That was crazy. We had leaders coming around there. Who was that sitting? Do you know?
I missed it. I want to say it was a 0 car, maybe.
I'm trying to find him. SDK on these tracks like this, it's not very reliable when it comes to trying to find a caution. Just give me a moment, folks. Just bear with me. He's already sitting there. Whoa. Oh, did the 27 car get into the wall right here? 27 of Alex Smith, brand new to the series here as well. Really high here in turn 3, but so is the zero. 27. I mean, he had to check up, stay off the wall. Double zero didn't see it. But right here, this is what was scary. Caution's not out. Caution's out now. Oh, Mettler.
Oh, Brandon, no.
Why'd he do that? Did he have a guy to his inside?
I'm not sure.
That's going to be...
27 didn't really do anything wrong.
No.
He seen the whole field
Right.
coming. He put it in reverse to give it a little bit more room.
He was giving him room because Mettler wasn't getting through there anyways. He just made the bad call, made the wrong choice there, right? And it happens. You're 50-50.
I don't know if he zoned out right there and didn't realize it, but even before the 27 backed up, he didn't have room to make it through there.
He wasn't making it right then. I mean, but that's a product of racing, right? You got a 50-50 chance somebody wrecks. I think the way the car's in front of him, I think it had it blocked, but just got word from Vermillion that he unfortunately is done for the night. 30 minutes of required, so tough break for the 34 car here. I know you'll be back at it I can't say it on there. You'll be back at it next week with us when we venture off to, what are we going for the second race of the season, Kyle? Going to Lanier. That's going to be a heck of a race.
Oh man, Lanier, that's my favorite track. Man. We might have to do some lap around videos for that one.
Oh, Josh Vermillion asked for an interview. I didn't see the message, so let's bring him up here. I'm going to let you speak with him.
All right. Hey, Josh Vermillion, you got a copy with us up in the booth?
Yes, sir. Sure do.
Hey, premature end to your night, but how's the car feeling before the incident?
The car was pretty good. I think I'd maybe overcooked them just a little bit. My right front had fell off pretty quick, so I got a little tight on the exit. But all in all, I had plenty of grip up to that point. Was trying to take it easy for the long run, and just kind of a little bit too aggressive, I think, on the braking and coming out, shoving the front a little bit.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I noticed that a lot of drivers are starting to get tight. I thought they'd get a little loose, but a lot are getting tight, especially out of turn one and hitting that outside wall. But
yeah,
it's unfortunate you can't get the car back out there, but at least you came into the pit and tried to get it fixed up. We're gonna go green here, and we hope you have a good night.
All right, buddies. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Josh, brother.
All right, we'll see y'all.
Later, bud. Mr. Vermillion right there. Gonna make sure I get him back down to the correct race room.
Good jump by Sam Baumgartner there. Little slow start for Jason Day, and Brandon Elvis was giving him the bumper, saying, "Hey, let's go, hit the gas." But just that outside lane is just not there. Ooh, Elvis getting aggressive. He sees Brian Zimmerman down there on his inside, and he knows once Zimmy's up there, you got to go.
07 and the 52, though, leaning on each other, not giving a whole lot of room. 52 in the wall, but caution's out on the speedway. I'm just guessing, just picking people, see who's on. Derek Stanley looks to be slow here.
Brandon coming over radio telling Zimmy sorry that he's glad he didn't turn him there when they made contact.
Watch the 76 right here, see what happens.
Oh, Larry Bell just pushed his tight. I think Bell might have got a little tap on the right side bumper there and just kind of came up the track.
It looked as if I thought like Stanley wasn't giving Bell a whole lot of room here. Let's see.
Oh yeah, just a little nudge.
He's giving him a little bit of room. Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know. I mean,
well, I think what did it was Bell just got a little nudge in that right rear, and it upset his car, and he pushed up the track into him.
Gonna bring up Jason Day here for a moment. Mr. Maple Leaf, you're in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Jason, the cars look bad fast here, unfortunately. Last restart on the outside lane. It looks like this restart's going to be on the outside lane. What's the game plan here other than obviously try to get down?
Try not to get pushed up too high again. That's basically all.
I saw the wall hit.
Yeah, it's all right. It is what it is racing. I knew I had a good restart the last one before that and was able to get away, but Dan had a good restart that time, so not much I can do about it.
Right on the outside lane with Day. We'll let you get back down there, but I just want to let you know the car has looked bad out there tonight. It's a good-looking car. I love it.
Yeah, not bad for second time driving these, so I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, doing good, brother. Well, good luck to you. Maybe we'll be talking to you at the end of this.
Thank you.
Mr. Jason Day. This is actually an impressive run for him because he does not get to race very often, and you heard it right there, folks. This is his second time in the car. He drove them when they were first released to us on iRacing a few months back, did a few laps in them, and he's driving them tonight. Second time ever in the car, running P4 in a super competitive series.
Yeah, last season he mostly ran with us in the Tour Mod series and was really fast every race, and he's up there in the top 5 right now, hoping to keep some track position. Tell you what, we got Brian Zimmerman going to be starting third here on the inside line, right behind Sam Baumgartner. The defending race champion from last season. Let's see what he can do here.
I had to go check to see if they were in the same Discord channel, see if maybe there's going to be a countdown involved on the restart. They are not, so it's every man for himself up front. Brian Zimmerman and Jason Day occupy row number 2, and that row number 1, you got Evil Knievel, and then you got Mr. Samuel. as lights are off on that gender-neutral pace car.
Yeah, that top four, right? The top five, really, all really aggressive on restarts in a good way. They know how to hammer down and get going and how to keep their track position.
It's not a good way when they're around you. All right, okay. So I'm not very good at restarts. It can be, as 91 car freaking hold my beer. See you later. Just checked out on the restart. That's the best jump we've seen all night out of our race leader, whoever it was. Didn't matter. Brian Zimmerman to the inside. If I'm running third right now, I don't know if I want to pass second. Now, you are playing a dangerous game that may allow the leader to get away. But I've seen everybody who starts on the outside lane, at minimum, they lose one spot. But we've seen multiple. It's cautions out again. Are cautions going to... we got a big one. No.
Pace car ain't even leaving pit road yet.
The 00 Hottenbach, looks like he may got a piece of it again. Oh, wait. Did this start with Larry Bell and the 15 of Brandon Mettler?
I'm thinking the 12 didn't go all the way up the track, and Mettler didn't anticipate it, and they just came together.
Yep.
I'm getting some word from drivers that they want a single file restart. They're getting fed up.
We'll let the admins do with that what they want.
I was gonna say on that restart there, Sam got a really big jump. He went really early. I'm thinking the crew chief radioed over and said they got some chicken wings in the microwave and they're gonna be ready in about 5 minutes.
Right.
So he's ready to go.
He was ready to get it done and over with. He wants that first win in here, brother. I know he does. I've heard him say it. He's been close so many times, but the problem is now, you got that man right there behind you, the 28 machine of Brian Zimmerman. We got 21 laps to go when they cross the stripe. Who is your pick for tonight, Wild Man?
I'm going to go with the guy in third place right now, Daniel Sweat. No credit not given to Zimmy or Sam, but I think Zimmy's got a little bit better tires. He's been methodically making his way through the field, and Sam kind of had to push his way up there. So I think Zimmy can get him, but Sam can be pretty aggressive when it comes to holding first position. He, like you said, he wants to win. I think that could slow both them up, and Sweat might make a daring move somewhere and try to take this win away.
I think Daniel Sweat, 07 machine, is in most definitely the driver's seat right here. Other than Sam, right? You're the leader. But if I'm not the leader, if I had a preferred choice on where to go next, I'm going to be that third place car. But they didn't complete a lap. This could possibly be a single file restart.
If so, that would actually help Zimmerman out a lot, because if it's double file, he's going to have Brandon Elvis starting right behind him, and that's one guy I don't want behind me, because he's looking for wins. He don't care if it's his grandma, his sister. He don't care. He'll run you hard to get that win.
As awaiting confirmation if it's going to be double or single here. Wait for the lights to go off on that pace car.
It's double file. Oh,
double
boy.
File restart. Admins, race control. It hadn't been a bad race. Had a few cautions here. Admins didn't see fit to throw it in single file yet.
Yeah, we had a couple really good long green flag runs, and it's getting down to the end. Tempers are flaring, and the adrenaline's pumping. We're going to expect to see some wild racing here in the next 19 laps.
18 to go when they cross the stripe. Samuel Baumgartner is the control car. He makes them wait this time. He could have fixed a cup of coffee in that time frame. As 24 car trying to get down, 54 pushing the 28 car. Holy cow.
Just like I said, Brandon Elvis being behind you, I wouldn't want it, and he pushes Zimmy all the way into the turn. It might have helped Zimmy a little bit, as we have a caution again.
Another yellow. What are these boys doing?
Looks like 80 might have tagged the wall there.
I think it was Larry Bell. He disconnects. Or what? There's so much stuff happening here. I don't know. Oh, Belsky blows a motor.
Bell blew an engine. Oh no! And he tried to get off track as quick as possible. It just not quite in time. There was a wreck.
He's not the caution.
Zach. Oh, I thought that was Zach Murphy
I did
at
too.
first.
Same car, different number. Like Stanley got turned here.
71.
Oh no, it's not Stanley.
There's a 71 there.
Goodness gracious, why is this so hard to find? Come on, SDK, get it together.
Man, I tell you what, that was impressive driving backwards there after getting turned around. Just a case of 72 putting it 3 wide and just
Not enough real
didn't
estate.
fit.
All right, these cautions, man, they are helping Samuel Baumgartner. They are most definitely helping Sam. And also, we saw a lot of torn up race cars right then in that crash. There was 4 or 5 people involved. No fast repair. I mean, man, oh man.
Yeah, I mean, it's so far into the race. I don't care if my wheels turn into the right, as long as I don't have required damage. I'm not coming in. I'm keeping track position.
Looks like Mettler had to finally come in and park it. I believe he's probably done for the night. Been on pit road for almost 5 minutes. Got a few stragglers coming off pit road here.
Yeah, I'm wondering if some of these guys maybe saved their tires from earlier in the race, and now they've got some feel goods on. Maybe come up and gain a few positions.
It's possible. It is definitely possible. Now, my question, did you ever give me a pick a while ago?
Yeah, I said Daniel Sweat. You didn't give a pick, though.
You picked Daniel Sweat. I'm going to go Sammy. Just because he's out front. I think this race, not going to be very many green flag laps anymore. I think these guys are going to be gunning for it. Trying to get every position they can. But the thing is, they're losing bonus points when they get if they get any type of instant point, right? But I do see a lot of cars out here that are still remotely clean. Samuel Baumgartner, he's batting with a 0x. 28 car, I don't know if he's been in any contact tonight. So that's 5 extra bonus points right there if you can just finish the race clean. Now, he did get contact from Elvis. Did that warrant a 2x or 4x? That's not for me to decide. It's iRacing to decide. So that's going to be something to see. But the fact that Larry Bell finished second behind Zimmerman last night. And
here we go, single file restart.
Ooh, single file.
Zimmy was caught sleeping there a little bit.
I'm not sure if he was in the right gear. But considering that Bell ran second last night to Zimmy, who won the race, but yet Larry Bell walked out with the points lead. I mean, racing clean, it's going to be very beneficial in all series here. I saw Jason Day 2 wide back here, trying to make a move over Daniel Sweat. Now, these boys, they pitted on the same lap on lap 54. Your top 6.
Sweat cut him a break right there coming out of 1.
He did.
Zimmy's reeling Sam back in. Sam might just be saving a little bit for the end.
Zimmy has fished him in, though, a little bit. We saw a big jump out of 91 with a single file restart. But Zimmy, he's getting there.
The 91 of Sam Baumgartner just ran the fastest lap of the race that last lap.
And guess what? Zimmy ran a lap faster with a 16:01. Sam Baumgartner turned to 16:03. Holy cow.
Yeah. I noticed out of turn 1, Sam's taking a more shallow entry into that kink, and Zimmy's arching it in there a little bit more, and I think it's giving him a really good run headed into turn 3.
For our longtime viewers, these two. Oh, no, Zimmy!
Smacks the wall square. That's going to hurt some steering right there.
I was just about to say, for our longtime viewers, these two, they've duked it out for a win prior. Zimmy came out on the big end of the stick. Going to see if he can go up there and do it again, but he cannot afford too many wall taps like that. 7 laps to
Caution.
go. As another yellow is out. Come on, boys.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a wild one at the end here.
Adam Thompson was not involved, I don't believe. Did his motor expire?
Seen smoke in front of him. I'm hearing reports that someone ran into the back of someone else. There's smoke right there.
SDK is so dumb.
I think it might just be another incident of someone disconnecting right as they got hit, maybe. Go. Oh, there it is. Is that Sam Lawson? Sam Lawson got sideways there off the nose of Zach Murphy.
Oh, yeah, it gets into the back of him. Maybe got in there a little bit hotter than Sam. Wasn't expecting the pace difference to be that major.
Yeah, I think that makes it a little bit of lack of patience with these boys. They know the end's coming. They're trying to get every point they can get. Almost looked like Zach there with his wheel. He might have actually wheel hopped a little
It
bit the
did.
way he was cranking that wheel.
It did. Now remember, folks, they said this car, it's tight tonight. It's fairly tight. That means, that tells me they're running very, very, very low brake bias. And what that means is it makes the car naturally want to rotate, want to spin out almost when you get on the brakes. And I think he's running a low brake bias, and you saw that car kind of bunny hop, or what they call wheel hop.
He better crank it up a little bit here. Cloud just rolled into the track.
It did.
Track's gonna get cooler. They're gonna be racing hard now. They think they're gonna have that grip, and I think we're gonna see some cars getting loose.
It got depressing really fast with the cloud right then. It was bright, sunny. Now it's all gloomy. My question is, did they complete a lap?
I think they did. I think
they did too.
Took one lap. Looks like it's going to be a natural green-white checker right here, maybe, if they get the one to go.
All depends on our pace car driver here. We'll see if he turns the lights off, if he gets word from the tower or not. If not, these boys, they have 3 green-white checker attempts to try to get this thing done under green. Make it official like a referee's whistle, as pace car lights are still on, I believe. No, they're off.
I'll tell you what I noticed. Josh Vermillion still sitting in pit road. It is not smoking anymore, so maybe they got that new engine in there. Maybe he's hoping for some green-white checkers to get out here and maybe run a lap or two.
Hey, points racing, man. You might be able to gain a position like that, but here we go, baby. Natural green-white checker. Going to be 2 laps to go at the stripe. How bad do you want that win?
Oh, I'm real bad. If I'm Zimmy, I'm sticking on that door, though. He just wasn't quite there.
I think Zimmy's too nice. He's taking a feel away from Sam, not wrecking him or anything like that. As I don't believe Brandon Evans is going to be too nice, though, as there's going to be white flag in the air this next time by. Through turn number 3, white flag in the air. There's contact throughout the field. Sam Baumgartner does not care at this point. It's official like a referee's whistle. Samuel Baumgartner, he is rolling here on the final lap. Brandon Evans trying to get P2 away from Brian Zimmerman. He does. Zimmy's in trouble. Zimmy sticks it out for a P3.
As a wrecking across the line. Oh, Daniel Sweat flipping, taking a wild ride.
What are we doing?
Daniel actually coming over and apologizing for that, for getting into Jason and causing that pile up.
What? He got hit. Creech runs him over, I think, huh? Oh, no, he didn't. Sorry, Creech. That was Day. And then just complete mayhem. You know what sucks? There's a lot of people that lost bonus points right there with that.
Yeah. How about TrueSimProductions making its way into pit road with Sam Baumgartner there? What one heck of a run for him. Trying to get burnout going in these cars. It's a little hard to get them going in these cars because there's so much just mechanical grip, but he's making it work in that Ford Fusion.
Absolutely. We're going to try to get our third and second place guy up here. We'll go with Mr. Brian Zimmerman first. He did finish third. See if I can find him, catch up with him. There we go. We got him now. Mr. Brian Zimmerman, you're live in TSP's booth. You got a copy?
I got you, bud.
So, Zimmy, you started, let me make sure I don't want to butcher it. You started
14th, I think.
Yes, you started. You started 14th. Obviously, you didn't have a terrible qualifying lap because everybody's right on top of each other, but you missed it a little bit in qualifying compared to your normal start. Was you nervous coming in here starting at 11th with no fast repair, and did that force you to race differently tonight?
It did a little bit. Well, I knew we could do 125 laps on fuel if we saved, so we were saving a good bit early in the race and trying to save tires, and I was really hoping we'd go green because I had saved from the start, and I think we could have squeezed that one out, but it worked out. We had a great race. I didn't feel like I had enough speed to win the race. But then there towards the end, I did have a run on Sam there coming into 4. And I don't know, it's about 7 or 8 laps to go. And I was just scared. I didn't want to stick it in there. Sam had just a good, clean racer. I definitely didn't want to make any contact with him. He'd run a great race. Yeah, I think we I wish I'd been able to hold on to second there, but on that restart, it's hard on that outside line to hold it. And Brandon made a good move, got to the inside. We'd raced some really close racing all night long and good clean racing. So, where I was at all night, everybody raced really clean and showed a lot of respect. So it was an enjoyable night for me.
The race from up here, eyes on the sky, it looked really good. Had some cautions there late, and it seemed like we could not get out off a caution once we had that one that rocked the boat around, I believe, like lap 80. But Zimmy, hell of a night here, brother. Good points night, starting it off with a P3 podium finish. Who we got to thank for number 28?
I would like to thank those guys at Bad Company that came on board and sponsored our league for us. Yeah, Brandon Elvis and all those boys over there. So we appreciate them coming on board and helping out the league and being a good addition to the league here. Good clean racing tonight, like you said. I'd like to thank you, Tanner, always doing a great job with the league and the broadcast, and look forward to listening to you and Kyle later tonight and tomorrow. And thank my brother-in-law Andrew. He's always watching back, and appreciate him. And that's about it, man. Just thanks for everybody that has a part of the league and allows us to do this 3 nights a week. It's a lot of fun.
Right on, brother. Well, thank you for that, Zimmerman, and we'll get you down there and let you celebrate with your teammates. Podium finish starts the season.
Sounds great, man. We'll catch y'all later in the week.
Later, buddy. All righty, Wellman. I'm going to throw it to you. I'm going to give you the honors of the next two. You got our second place runner, Mr. Brandon Elvis, up in the booth here now.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Brandon, how are you doing tonight? Bringing the car home P2 tonight.
Oh yeah, man, that's good. I'm not real sure what to think, man. I thought I saved my tires a lot throughout this whole race, and thought I was gonna have enough at the end. I kind of wish it would have went green with about 20 to go, but I knew that wasn't gonna happen. I thought maybe I could have done something with everybody, but it is what it is. I'm just happy to come home second.
Yeah, we seen you running about mid-pack most of the race, and then right when it came to crunch time, about 25 to go, you were up there, and you're putting a bumper to people. You're running down. You were definitely fast out there, and I want to say that Corvette out there is looking mighty fast. I think you're going to be one of the front runners this year for the championship.
Man, I hope so. We're really going to go for it this year. I'm probably going to try not to miss any races. I missed too many races last season. Had good runs, but just wasn't really in contention. So,
yeah. Before we let you go, anybody you'd like to thank on that car tonight?
Yes, sir. Bad Company Racing First. Rob Hattenback. Thanks for sponsoring the series. Means a lot to all of us, and he's all around great dude. All of the Bad Company Racing team, man, they're all fun guys to race with. We have a good time. We never bicker with each other. It's just always a good time. Barry Elvis Performance Fabrication. That's just my dad. I'm surprised I haven't got a text message from him yet. I'd also like to thank Justin Coleman Design. He absolutely knocks these paint schemes out of the park, and they are killer. But yeah, man, thanks to you guys for putting it on. You and Tanner in the booth, man. I'm sure y'all did a great job. I can't wait to watch it back.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to rename you guys a little bit to Bad Fast Company, because you guys are really showing some speed. But,
yeah, man. We all work hard, man. We all enjoy this and put a lot into our racecraft on here. That's about it, man. We do the best we can.
Yeah, well, congratulations on P2 tonight. Can't wait to see what you can do next week. You guys have a good night.
All right, thanks, buddy. Thanks for what you do.
Thank you. Mr. Sam Baumgartner, tonight's winner. How you doing tonight?
Pretty awesome, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, you put on a clinic tonight. You were the first one to come down with tires, and first one off pit road with the tires, and you had a good battle there with Creech and Justin Coleman there for a little bit, and then they just had the old tires, and you waited for them to slip up, and you took advantage, and you never looked back.
Yeah, it was a great first 50-some laps. I was behind Jason Day for a little bit, mainly just riding. I mean, we all knew that the tires were going to burn off really quick, so I was riding behind Day, and I think he let me by. If he did, thanks, Day. Didn't have to do that, but thank you. He let me by, and I was just riding. Then that caution came out, like you said. I was like, I'm gonna take the Zimmy strategy. I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna try it and see if it works out. And yeah, just a good battle there with Creech and them. It was tight racing. I know he wasn't trying to give up the lead, and we got around him clean. And I don't know, man. I'm just at a loss for words. First CLR win.
Heck yeah, congratulations. You're beating me now. I don't have one. I got to get me one soon. But speaking of Zimmy, what were your thoughts when you started reeling you back in and was getting to your bumper?
So I'm not gonna lie, my heart was going 100 miles an hour. I mean, I was just trying to nail them restarts, and I hate to say it, I kept looking in my mirror. He was kind of getting in my head. I missed my corner entry a couple times there, and 3, it allowed him to start catching up. And then that caution came out, allowed me to recollect my thoughts. And luckily, him and Elvis started racing each other back there. He probably would have got to my back bumper, but I know Zimmy. I know he would have raced me clean for it. And if he would have got me, it would have been fair.
Yeah, well, congratulations on the P1 tonight. Before we let you go, is there anyone on the car you'd like to thank?
Oh, absolutely. I got to thank Tanner Marr up there in the TrueSimProductions booth. TrueSimProductions as a whole, thank you for broadcasting. I want to thank Rob Hattenback and Bad Company Racing for supporting this series and helping us keep it rolling. Appreciate that. I want to thank CJR Graphics for helping out with paint schemes. And big shout out to Savage Edge Apparel. You can go ahead and go to their website, savageedge.com. Put your name on anything. And last but not least, Next Ev Media.
All right. I'd like to shout out you and Tanner, too, for letting me be up in the booth on Wednesday nights. It's been fun being up here and really cool to see you get your first win in CLR and get TSP in Victory Lane.
Appreciate it, guys. This is awesome.
Congratulations, brother.
All right. Yeah, you go celebrate with some hot wings with the crew.
Yeah, I need to.
Alrighty, folks. But yes, first Crooked Line Racing win. The dude has been in position so many times. I promise you, if there would have been $1 on the line tonight, though, he would have got wrecked. But he can't finish a money race. He always has the worst luck in a money race. Well, folks, we've been here for a long time. It's late. I got to wake up early. I'm going to be grumpy in the morning, but not grumpy tonight because TSP parked it in Victory Lane. Sammy Baumgartner, Brennan Elvis, Brian Zimmerman. That's how they stood up on the podium. And then you had Dog and Creech in 4th, Brad Carpenter 5th, Daniel Sweat 6th, Jason Day, Justin Coleman, Alex E. Harris. That is 7th through 9th, with Samuel Lawson rounding out the top 10 finishers here tonight. Heartbreak City for Zach Murphy. If you look down there, started up near the front and got involved in some late race carnage. Actually started on the pole and finished 18th. So shows how quick it can change out here, folks. It's a Heartbreak City here at Concord for the 29 group. I'm sure they're going to come back strong at Lanier next week. Other notable finishers, Larry Bell, 23rd. Also a tough break for him. Shout out to all these guys for sticking it out. Shout out to you, Kyle, for jumping on board with us. Calling the action here on Wednesday nights. Final closing thoughts before we head on out.
Man, it was a fun race. We had a mixture of everything. We had a couple long green flag runs, some chaos at the end, tire strategy, fuel strategy, drivers driving from the back to the front. Just all around great night of racing tonight. That's one heck of a way to start a season.
Absolutely, and you can catch every race here on TrueSimProductions. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. It's free. Headbutt the button. Hit it with your pinky, index finger. It does not matter as long as you hit that subscribe button. I want to thank y'all for tuning in, and as always, until next time, we'll see ya.
Ka-chow.
That was on there, by the way. We're still live. Mics are completely live. Good job. We're out, boys and girls. Y'all have fun. Thank y'all for tuning in as always.